today we're gonna be reacting to Spoken Reason went against them, and they took everything. So with that being said, we're gonna watch this together and only together, and we're gonna get right to the video.
Alright, y'all. Spoken Reasons broke the oath, and most people don't know why.
I knew that wasn't gonna last forever, and I knew it wasn't that much time either. As soon as I went out there, the energy was off.
He got his start on YouTube in 2008. He would attend spoken word showcases and make a name for himself in the Tampa, Florida area. After realizing there wasn't no money in poetry, he would then upload videos on YouTube. It wasn't until he got locked in with Emmanuel Hudson and they began doing comedy skits on YouTube. Once the notoriety came, so did the fame. In 2011, 50 Cent reached out to Spoken Reason. He had him do a commercial for his energy drink.
5 Hour Energy, where you get this from? Oh, you don't believe in supporting SK? You don't believe?
I mean, he had YouTube on a choke, bro. Like everybody watched him, bro. Especially when he was doing the car videos, the skits in the car. Psh, come on.
Supporting SK? You don't believe in feeding 1 billion people in Africa? Open your eyes.
After Spoken Reasons did this skit, his career started to take off. In 2013, Hollywood started to call. He landed a role in the movie The Heat, featuring Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCartney. Tried to make a duplicate of Chris Tucker, but they had this guy already. After his performance in The Heat, he started to see the dark side of Hollywood. In a live stream on his channel, he mentioned how Russell Simmons tried to take all his money. When he signed with Russell Simmons' comedy platform,
See, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That's the reason why I don't want to be famous, bro. I just want to be rich. I don't want to be famous. I'd rather be rich than famous, because to deal with the fame and the things that comes with the fame, the industry, the people, I just know I will end up in jail for a fact. Peace over everything. On God.
ADD, now he broke the oath.
I signed an ADD for $20,000. We tried to negotiate with millions. Them swatted. It was like, damn, I'm not eating, but I had to sign to the network because they said this is the only way how you're going to be able to get your ads back on your videos. All my ads were gone, bro. I'm talking about gone. I wasn't making hardly nothing. That shit was declining like a motherfucker to the point that I had to
Pause. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everything you say right now need a pause.
take the bread and buy in. And then they actually said, look, man, when you sign the ADD, you know what I'm saying, you get all your ads back. And then, you know what I'm saying, and then on top of that, you know what I'm saying,
Ads. Okay, ads. It sound like he said ass. Excuse me.
and we're gonna have some things for you, and then everything gonna come back. It's all gonna be good. I didn't know if the system was changing. I was confused. I'm like, what is this? Is this new YouTube? I didn't understand. And you know, I'm sitting back, I'm signing the ADD, and the next thing you know, All Def Digital, Dr. Reasons come up. I walk into Brian Robbins' office one day, and he said, hey, you know what you should do? Let's do this thing called Dr. Reason. I said, what the is that? He said, Dr. Reason, where you're like a love therapist, and you know what I'm saying, you can kind of just, you know, talk to people about your problem, because you know, you talk about relationships and everything. I think people will love that. I said, all right, am I writing this stuff? So, you know, whatever. I said, whatever, you know, I didn't sign nothing at the time, but he said, Dr. Reason, just trust me. I said, okay, this is a movie director. So I'm thinking maybe, you know, if I kind of play into what he got running, I'm gonna get my chips, and then maybe I'll be in the movie as well, and I'll be in my second movie. So I ended up doing Dr. Reasons, right? I didn't write it at all. I didn't write that shit. These people wrote for me, right? And let me tell you how it went. They hired some ragged writers from MTV, HBO.
That's what the industry does, yo. That's what they do. That's what they does. That's how they move, and that's how they go.
And these literally got fired because of me. Like, these were so trash. I said, yeah. And like, I had so much power at the time too. At the time, I was getting $500 per episode because they wouldn't negotiate.
See, that's the thing about the industry too. You getting paid per episode. It don't even be a lot. For example, baddies. They even said it themselves. They don't get paid that much. 500 an episode, maybe less. And it does nothing for them. That check is probably, Ivy said it. She said the check is spent the moment they get the check. $500 ain't nothing per episode, and you doing per week, so you getting 500 per week. So you getting $1,000 in 2 weeks. It's not enough.
Appreciate for more, because you want to know why? I know a lot of y'all would say, "Oh, that's your fault for taking that low amount of money." Well, check it out. It's a new platform. The internet was new. They put money toward, and y'all can look this up. Y'all been hearing about people over time that got sued, and record labels that got sued over pushing money behind people's stuff to make it blow up more than what it really is. Dr. Reasons wasn't shit like that. They didn't have no views like that. You feel me? And they put money behind that stuff. And when they put money behind it or whatever, it made it look like more than what it really was. So yes, it did blow up over time because they paid for advertisement. When you pay for advertisement, it's going to bring people in. If you got the money to do it, y'all got a certain type of check from YouTube. If you're getting a $50 million check, a $30 million check from YouTube, of course you got the money to push for advertising. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course you have the money for that stuff, all right? So when I went home and I told everybody that I want to do relationship game, literally, some of y'all donated, but literally no more than probably 50 to 70 people donated, and it didn't even exceed $1,500 or something like that. So then the next day, I get an email from Russell. Russell says, "I'm sorry they jerked your d. They can jerk my d. I'm gonna make sure you straight." I said, "What are you talking about?" I wake up the next morning, it's $35,000 sitting up in my campaign, and the whole campaign is shut down. Now, mind you, I'm not mad about it. I'm appreciative of it, but then it's like, wait a minute, cuz you put $35,000 in my campaign and didn't even give people the chance to fund themselves. So
That part.
you basically swatted, because you know when you have a GoFundMe or an Indiegogo, it can overly exceed the limit. Of course, I was expecting it to oversee the limit, but bruh, it literally shut down my campaign, and everybody was like, "Well, you good?
Right.
You good now? You good? You got the money now?
Yeah.
Well, this is the money you owe me. I'm broke as."
Oh, that was the money he. Oh, nah.
You pay my rent, and you gonna give me the money you owe me? You can't feel that entitled. And I looked at it as a chess move. That's when I felt up. I said, it's a chess move for to try to put their name on something what I got going on, so I won't run off. So if I do a movie, it could be executive producer Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, it was like a checkmate. I'm like, you literally found a way to put your name on something that had nothing to really do with you, bro. Like, come on, bro. Don't do that to me. So long story short, this is where it got tricky. So long story short, I cut my contract with ADD, man. I had to get away. I said, look, I can't do this no more. I'm done, bro. I'm over here going broke over this shit. And I went homeless over that shit, bro. I was homeless for a year and a half, living out of my car.
I felt that. Homeless, living in a car. So mind you, I had a G35 2006 two-door. I know how small that car is, and it was cold. Yeah. Had to find parking. My windows was tinted, so you couldn't really see unless you like this. But ain't no joke sleeping in the car, bro. Got nowhere to go. And then you gotta, like, you working, yeah. You depending on your check every week, yeah. When you sleeping in the car and you can't afford a hotel, that's tough. But then again, if you could afford a hotel, that's even more tough, because now you spend half of your money that you need to pay your bills to survive for the next week until you get your next check. Hotels ain't expensive. I mean, it's not cheap. It's like what? For maybe 2 nights, you spending what, $400? Now, if you getting paid $800-900 a week, you spending $400 on a hotel. Well, for 2 nights, you got what? You don't got that much money left to survive. Because now you got to put gas in your car. Because after you leave the hotel, you got to put gas in your car, because you're going to be driving to work into a parking lot or somewhere you can, keep the car on, so when you get cold, you're warm. Hard.
With a kid, bro. with a kid. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to hold on to my tools, my ones and twos, still trying to make it work out here. And I'm out here homeless in this going crazy, you feel me? And before I get up in this camera and go crazy in front of y'all niggas, I'm gonna stay away and get up out y'all face. Because I know I got a bigger purpose, bro. And I'm not the type of nigga that get in front of a camera and cry.
After the elites caught wind of this video, they had to punish Spoken Reason. Nick Cannon would line Spoken Reasons up. He had him featured on one of the episodes of Wild 'N Out, along with Emmanuel Hudson, knowing that the two had beef. This was a humiliation ritual.
Boy, you're homeless, your pocket coming out your pocket. Stupid boy, no way, boy, if you don't get your... I stole my boy Emmanuel video 4 years ago. Why you asking all them questions? Not your...
E-Man and Spoken Reasons. Here we go. You want to tell the people why we never did another video? 5 years. Tired of being merciful. Nick, I know this is wild style, but this one is personal. Woo. You feel me? Fuck your Y'all remember asking all them questions? Yeah. You know it came with a big check until he snatched it from me. Then he went missing and started acting funny. He did a movie doing comedy, you know, acting funny. To tell the truth, Nick, I really want to smack this dummy. But you telling me to chill, questions with small change, I'm still spending she ratchet money. Now listen, act stupid. I know you mad clueless. The only reason why you on this show because my name was attached to it.
Oh my God. Fun fact, I did not see this episode. I don't really watch Wild 'N Out like that anymore. But, sheesh.
So I'm gonna put you in your place. Your most viewed video shows nothing but my face.
Ooh.
So tell the people, right now, before I get mad and start to rise, you got a chance to clear your name right now. Apologize.
Now, E-Man, there's a lot of hostility in the room.
That's a fact.
We could start a fight. I had to call your mama to put you in your first video with me. I put you on your first flight. Boy, we about to get on your ass.
After being humiliated on Wild 'N Out, he went on live to take shots at Nick Cannon and E-Man.
He got a lot of feminine traits. And I can assure you, if I add this on this it's gonna be some back and forth and ain't got time for it. This motherfucker didn't add me on his. Why would I add you on mine? You had your platform, I got mine. So now I'm on my you wanna come on mine and start talking this shit. Y'all crazy, bro. I don't care how you move, you better move out the way. All right. Hey, you made your living being a bitch. And like a Nick Cannon, I made my living off my own, bro. I can say I'm on. I can honestly go to God and say, "Good Lord."
I mean, he was corny off that shot, but then again, Son did a lot of shots on Wild 'N Out, so I get it. He did. Son had a wig on. He was playing as a. You was just playing as a funny guy, so he do got a point. But then again, you was hanging around with him, my boy.
I made my money off my own, like being my own man, bro. I ain't have to do nothing degrading out here. Your majority of your money came off of being a and a ass. And when you say I should have kept this energy on stage, we talk after the show. We talk. See, that's what my thing is. I talked to this. We shook hands 3 to 4 times in between the years, and he had nothing to say. Now, granted, yeah, I brought it back up last year because I was on my big spoke Draco shit. But at the end of the day, yeah, nigga, I made money off your and you made money off of me because I gave you the opportunity, you ass nigga. Are you losing your mind?
But where was all his energy on Wild 'N Out though? That's my question. Y'all was face to face, my boy. I'm confused.
I took the least credit for the as far as the royalties. You got the majority of the shit was on your page and the shit was on my page. It was on your page and it was on my page. You got your royalties as far as Google AdSense. I got my royalties as far as Google AdSense. What the fuck do I owe you, bro?
What the fuck do I owe you?
After addressing this issue, the higher up sabotaged his career. He was arrested on charges last year and fell off completely. Let me know what y'all think. Did spoken reasons break the oath, or did he just run out of steam? Leave your
The industry have control of your career, especially if you go against them, they got control. They can blackmail you, they can block you from things where you can't even get views and all that. They got control of that. You ain't wrong. But they was beefing. We don't know what happened. Let's see what happens. With that being said, send it a video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, I understand. I'm just here to react. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you're not, I appreciate you. And I'm out till next time.